Hi, today we want to talk about PowerPoint and Python. You know that there is this pptx Python pptx module that can make you create a, a PowerPoint with Python, and so you go and you have to pip install Python pptx like this, and I think that I already have it in my version 3.7.3. Now there is also the 3.8 out, and let's go and see what we want to do. We want to make this little script here that will create a PowerPoint like this. Page 1, you got this content and this content. Very simple, very easy. Just to use it when you are in a hurry and you wanna just get the work done in a few steps. And as you can see here, all you have to do is go and put your pages in here like text, and you see page 1 is the title and this is the content. Then there is an empty space, then there is another title, another content, empty space, title, content. And if you put this this sign here, this will create a bullet. As you have seen probably here, you see that there is always a bullet because this is the type of page that I choose. I just choose one type of slide, one layout, and but I can also use this indentation with this bullets into bullets. And so let's see how we can do it. Let's rebuild our script from scratch. Let's save it as my version number 5. Okay, so first of all we got to import from pptx that you just installed. You have to import presentation, that is the class that will allow us to create our new pptx file. So we are going to create presentation. This function will allows us to create we just have to pass the file name and the content. The content will be, as I told you, a multi-line string like this. So content will be equal to, let's put 3 apostrophes so that we can go to a new line without any problem. And so we can say chapter 1, this is the start. Then you leave a line and go here and go chapter 2 and go important things, happiness, money, friends, and coding, of course. Okay, this will, and then I can add other slides, but you know, you have seen what we can do. We can put title and content and also bullet into bullets. So let's go and do this. Okay, this will create a presentation using a multi-line string. As I told you, now first thing that we have to do is to transform the multi-line, the multiline in a list. And when we are going to call this function to create it, you got to give it a name like example.pptx and pass it the content. There is this line here. Alright, so let's transform the multiline into a list. First of all, we are going to create a content to list where I want to put my my lines, and so for line in content, okay, content 2 is the new list. The multiline is this one, content. So we want to split it into when there are these two n sign. The n sign, the /n is for multiline, and even if it is invisible, it is at the end of each line. So when you see there are these two lines one after another, it means there is that the computer sees this empty line here. So it splits this text into all these lines, and then after, well, we could also, I want to show you what is the result of this. Okay, we're gonna show this, and we have to put, okay, you see that we got here a list with the title and the content and this new line sign in the middle. And okay, so we just have two of this, and there is also this one here. Doesn't matter too much. If you just don't want it to appear, you can go like this, and you see there are two. Let me show them better. Well, it's better like this. Okay, you get it. You got two strings, one string for each slide, separated by this this new line sign. Okay, once you've done this, so we first we want to do another thing here. We want to go and split also this by the n. There is this one, and only now we are gonna append content2 dot append the line that now, well, let me show it to you before. Okay, you see now for every line we'll instead of having one string separated by the -n, we will have a list with the title and with two strings. The first string is a title and the other is a content. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna to append. Each one of these will be appended to content2 append line. So if you wanna see it, the result now of this process, you see that we have a list of two lists, and each list in the list is a slide. This is the first slide, this is the second slide. If I add other text here, we will have more slides. Okay, and this is the principle that creates that transforms this multiline string into a list of lists with chapter, with title and content. Right, let's go on. So now for each one of this content, for let's say for each list in content 2, that is a container of lists, what we are going to do is to first of all we create a layout. What is this? Okay, we have to create first of all a presentation object. So that is this class here to make our pptx file. So for every list in the list of lists, and each list is this one. It's the title and the content of each slide. We want to create a layout, or maybe this can go also here. We create a layout that is prs dot slide underscore layouts, and I want to choose the one. The one is the one with the title above and the content below. Instead, if I choose 0, is the one that you put at the beginning of the presentation, with the slightly bigger and centered title and the subtitle. So we want to make it simple, so we're just gonna go straight to just one layout, that is this. Now for each list of our list of lists, we are gonna to create a slide that is PRS, starting always from our presentation object, slides, and we can also make in the same line, and I want to split it into so that it is easier to read, in my opinion. So I'm gonna slide.add slide, and I have to tell the layout that I want to use. So I created here a slide with the layout number 1 with this prs.slides.add slide layout as argument. A little bit complicated, but you will get it. So now I have to create from these slides. I'm gonna use slide.shape.title .text equal. I have to give to the text of the title of the shape of the slide, a little bit complicated, my s is this one, sorry, my lst, this is my lst, and I want to adjust the title, so lst 0, right? So the text will be chapter 1. Then let's go on. I'm gonna create a body that will be slide dot holders 1. So the placeholder 1 is where I want to put my test of my content, and so then text frame here, I'm gonna create this variable here that is the body text frame. Okay, and the text of this. Okay, this is the frame in which the text will go, under the title, and that the text of this frame, so the text that I'm gonna put into the frame under the title, will be equal to S1. Okay, that is this one. Dot split. Okay, I'm gonna split with this thing here. So if there is not this sign, there is no problem. Okay, if there is, it will split the string. Okay, then if practically this will, in this case here, it will just print this because there is nothing, there is not this symbol here. But if the sign is in S1, I could have written it differently. I could have done this like this, else. Okay, else this. Okay, so if there is a sign, I am gonna for item in S1 dot split this from 1 on, because I want to exclude the first part here will not be a bullet into bullet. Okay, will be a little bit on the left, the first one, and the other will be on a little bit on the right. Okay, and so what we are gonna do is we're gonna add a paragraph, and the text of it will be the item. Okay, and we're gonna put the level to 1. Instead, if there is no this sign, I'm gonna just put this and nothing else into the text frame, right? Then at the end of this, we are gonna save and launch the file. So os dot, we have imported OS, I think. No, import OS, and then finally what if I forgot this, os dot save, sorry, not os dot save, ps dot save the name of the file, and let's say example dot pptx, and we want to pass No. Okay, it's right. It's this one is good. Or even better, file name, because we passed the name here into here from here. Okay, and then os.start file name, so that we can look at it. Not this, but this. Okay, let's see if there is an error, something we missed. As always, as always happens. Layout for where is it? In create presentation layout equal ps slate layout. It doesn't like it. Yes. Slide layouts, function object, a new attribute. Why? Because we forget to put these quotes here. S is not defined in line 21 because we have called it list lst. I think S is not defined. lst I think. Pptx item. I think that we must go with an equal sign here. Okay, now it worked, and so that is how we can make it. And we can make it as many slides as we want, as we add them to at the end of this. So that is all to create a PowerPoint with python-pptx. And thank you, and to the next time. Remember to subscribe.